All right, round 2 of peace. Same day, different time, 6 o'clock, July 9, 22. So, meditation. What are we meditating on? Talking about relationships. That's one major point. What about stuff that we did or didn't do? Like opportunities that we missed. What about playing sports? You know, during the biggest game of my senior year, we played Southwest DeKalb. We were one of few teams to hold them to 4 touchdowns, and that was all in the first quarter. And I had this dream for years, over and over again, why I should have hit this guy. I was an adrenaline junkie, probably I was 145 pounds playing monster back or strong safety. And wherever the ball was, that's where I was supposed to go. So this guy, he's in the backfield, pitch thrown to him, he drops the ball, open hit. My coach is screaming at me, kill him, kill him, kill him. And I'm like, oh, being nice. I didn't know it was a free hit. And he's like, you would have had that boy the whole game. So after that, it was on. But, that was torment. Because it was like, man, I wish I had killed that fool. Maybe we could have won that game. And I had just come back from quitting the team because I wasn't starting. I was just like, if I ain't playing, what am I doing? It's my senior year. I can be making money. I got a girlfriend. I can be spending time with her. I got a dog. I can spend time with her. I can be doing a whole bunch of other stuff and working out like a beast and getting, just on special teams. So coach had made a defense for me and I was in on just about every tackle. Anyway, I wasn't trying to relive my high school triumphs, but sometimes we that's the only glory some of us have is those high school triumphs. And it's like when I was a teacher and I saw how after college so many of my peers, I won't say friends, went in so many different directions, selling dope, corporate America, straight to work, college, military, dancing, just different walks of life. Still at home with mama trying to figure it out. And even after college, some of the same stuff. So, and not to put anybody down, everybody got to walk. I mean, one of my friends, he was a friend. He was homeless. I'll never forget the last time all the cash I had in my pocket, I just gave it to him. We played football together. And all he said he wanted to do was drive tractor trailers, but he could never pass the test. And I was just like, I was in tears seeing him because it was just like, dang, me and this dude went to school. I used to take this guy home after football practice. I used to take him home after games, stuff like that. And it's like, dang, you literally live up on a bridge. It's just like, man. And not being able to live your dream. That's all you want to do, and you not be able to do your dream. There's no peace in that. Until you renew your mind and change what you're focusing on. Even when it come down to comparing yourself, I look at most of the folks who used to dog me out, or just mistreat me. I ain't gonna say everybody dogged me out. I wasn't like a super lame in high school, but just looking at, this one dude, I don't know if it was a real gun or a BB gun. He put it up to my head while I was doing bench press. He was a football player. I was 9th grade. He was upperclassman. And it was 2 times this dude had bullied me. Like one time he was with this crew of guys, knocked my books out my hand, and then one of my friends from the neighborhood, he was like, and I had a temper. I swing on anybody, and I ain't trying to say like I was all super bad or nothing, but it is what it is. So he was like, don't hit a mic, don't hit a mic. You ain't gonna win, Mike. They gonna jump you. And it's like 5 of the football team players standing on the wall, all of them bigger than me. But I'm just like, I ain't did nothing to him. Why are you doing this to me? I'm finna hit this fool or whatever. And I just picked my books up and walked off. And then I saw him doing bench press. And I was finna jump on his chest, and hurt this boy. And I wouldn't say it then, but it was just like, don't do it. And then it was another time, the guy, he was with the same, crew of dudes, but anyway, put a BB gun to my head, and I was doing bench press, and he was like, put the weight up, and I'm just looking like, really? This what we doing? And I pushed the weight up, put it down, and I don't know what happened after that, but this other guy was just like, don't do it, man, just let it go, don't do it. I know I had a weight in my hand, and he was like, don't do it, man, just let it go, man. And I had a temper at a young age. And I wasn't one to back down from a fight. I ain't getting that much trouble, but that's why I played football and loved it. It was a free fight every day. Anger management, hey, it is what it is. Working out, testosterone. But again, fast forward some years, I'm going to get my teaching certificate at the PSC. I forget what it stands for, but it was at the state headquarters for getting your teacher certificate. And he was a security guard there. And he recognized me, and I recognized him, and I was just like, dang, I was lame to you in high school. Now it's like, what's up, man? How you doing? And I'm just like, wow, how things change. And now I see so often why it says, bless those who curse you, do good to them who do evil, because they going through. And that's my whole point. A lot of people who doing bad and doing wrong, they going through a lot of stuff themselves. A lot of people who being mean, they tormented. Hurt people. Man, I was even one of them at one time. And I recognized God had assigned me to serve this one lady for a while, and she was very hurt, mean every now and again, but it was just amazing me that how serving her just brought the humanity out of her. And she had every right to be hurt and mad and mean, and because a lot of people did bad to her or whatever. But the piece is walk in love, forgive, change the channel on what you focus, what you focusing on. Just because something's being broadcast don't mean you have to tune in. Now, just yesterday on the job, I was getting frustrated with it because there was more to it, and I had already contracted to do this, and this, but this piece of work fell up under the contract, and I mispriced it, and I was just like, dang, so I ate it, it's just like I gotta do it, but that was on me because I didn't take time to look. I let people rush me and stuff, and it's just like, you don't have to allow people to dictate just because they got an emergency, you know, how you roll with stuff. And when I look back at the contract, I was like, oh, the price was missing on this. So I was like, look, you know, well, everything that went on, there has to be a charge. I just didn't put the price in. So the customer agreed. So we revised the contract or whatever. But whether they agreed to it or not, I just told them I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it for free. You know, it's a lot of work. I'm not doing that for free. A lot of work and skill. So I realized that the piece is I had to stand up for myself. Even though I gave on one end, the other end was just like, I'm not doing that. You know, it was just like, hey, you know, I'll walk. I mean, I'll refund you whatever, you know, work ain't been completed. But, you know, I mean, and that's why you come up with contracts. And you take deposits. If you don't take a deposit, you working for free. It's not guaranteed you're going to get paid in the end. So at least the deposit gives you working capital to help you get to the end or whatever. But and all this is about meditations and thoughts in the mind. I could have, and then, you know, just other stuff, because I was going behind somebody who pretty much walked off the job and did a whole bunch of crappy stuff. They didn't put the right floor, subfloor in. They put 1/2 inch floor instead of 3/4 inch floor. So it was not level. So when you walking on the floor, it's sinking in because it was supposed to be tile. So it was like dual rock or the Wonder Board on top, and it has a sink in. And you got a tub coming in. You got, you got all this stuff going on with a lot of weight going in this bathroom, and it's just like, you know what, this needs to be corrected or whatnot. You can't just not do stuff right, and you know, people trying to live in these houses or whatever. So anyhow, my piece was, I'm gonna rectify this stuff, and no matter what the work takes, I'm gonna do it. My body is gonna produce and manifest the work that needs to take place for this job to get done. And when I looked up, and the lady, she ended up making, you know, me some breakfast, which kept me going, which means I didn't have to take a lunch. It was a late breakfast or whatever. But I was thankful, and I look up and it's 6 o'clock, and I got everything done that I needed to get done that day. Went back today, you know, spent 2 hours there, put the second coat of sheetrock mud on, you know, I'm out. And I even, you know, her fiance was there, which was cool. I got to meet him because she talked so much about him. I love seeing people in love, and they're getting married, and I prayed for them, and I was just, you know, it was just like, and part of that, you know, even seeing people married, I could be the bitter person and be like, shit, it didn't work out for me. Or I could be the better person and just, I pray that it works out for y'all, you know. And I mean, that's just my take on it. Just because things don't work out for you, that don't mean it can't work out for somebody else. And I mean, it don't mean that it may not work out for you in the future. You have to recognize that sometimes we chose a season and tried to make it a lifetime, or we just didn't choose wisely. We didn't allow God to lead us. And even if it was just a season to help somebody heal, you just have to take it as that is what it was, and be okay with that. I learned that just because you want somebody in your life for life, that don't mean they're gonna be there for life. Just because somebody made a promise, that don't mean they're gonna keep it. Let every man be a liar and God be the truth. And that don't mean everybody gonna lie. It's just people got the potential to not keep their commitments. And one thing I do know is that I don't have to watch over my shoulder, but I am going to make sure that I walk in love with whoever I'm around, and I'm not going to allow regret to keep pulling me away from what could be a good thing, to upset me every time a trigger is pulled. And just learn to walk away from the mental, just change my mind on it, just focus on something else. And if something's in the negative, just reverse it and make a positive confession out of it. For example, it's just like, man, I ain't never gonna get out of this job. It's like, thank you, Lord, for speeding up time, blessing the work of my hand, helping me to be divinely graced to work in your wisdom and do things efficiently, effectively, as well as pleasing to the customer. And it's a choice. Everything in life is a choice. And that's peace. Meditating on that which is good. This is what God promised. And I pray about jobs before I take them on. And I oftentimes I pray right at the beginning. I ain't gonna say I do it every time. I ain't gonna lie. But oftentimes I pray before I start a job, or even while I'm in it, when I remember, like, hey God, I need you. And I try not to do it when I get to a roadblock. You know, like, okay, God, bail me out. No, it's just like God, I know you there. Even job opportunities. I remember I had this invention, and it's pretty much already out now, but I spent so much time on trying to be in a relationship and then pursue that the time for it passed. And I'll never forget a sermon by Bishop Jakes. He said, well, he was talking about Colonel Sanders had to make chicken for KFC when he did. If he started his business now, it wouldn't prosper as it did back then, because you got so many different tastes that people have. So I just recognize seeing one of my classmates. Whoa! What's up, man? Good. All right, man. Good to see you, man. All right. But yeah, it's just, and just looking at the grace of God to take me from one place to another, from better to better, and walking that walk with Him to allow me to improve, and just not staying stuck in my feelings. First of all, feelings are real, but they don't dictate the outcome of situations. They ain't always accurate. Just because you feel something, that don't mean it's right. I know a lot of people that are like, man, you the worst. It turned out I just caught them at a bad time. Everybody deserves a break. First impressions can be lasting, but they don't have to be the last impression. I remember, oh my God, I was goo-goo gaga over this chick. Oh my God. She had a bad attitude though. I mean, anointed, super queen, fine as all get out. Got the little hair you want to run your fingers through. I mean, just pop, 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 pop. But just on regular stuff, just had a bad attitude. So anyway, yeah, we can dwell on stuff, and guess what? I mean, there's peace in knowing that when God said that ain't the one for you, just like, thank you, Lord, that you let me know ahead of time that wasn't the road for me to travel. And all I can say is, you better pray. 1 Peter 5:7 say, cast your cares on God, because God cares for you. Let Him care for you. Let Him do what He promised for us, to bless us. In the first place, the blessing starts is the seed in your mind. What are you allowing in your ear, eye, mouth gate, and out of your mouth gate. You better speak it into existence. I pray that you don't allow this ease, DIS-EASE, to create a disease in you that takes you away from what's true to you. Be at peace.